Hello, and welcome to another update video about Solana. Solana still working on this inverse head and shoulders pattern. Yeah, we've been talking about that now for a couple of weeks or so. So it's working on it. Just the right shoulder is still missing. 60% there, 50% there. And then it could move higher from here if the breakout is successful, right? I mean, there is a clear condition here. First of all, in this particular pattern, which is the bullish potential. It's I have to say that for everybody who's new on this channel, yeah, I'm not saying that we are already rallying, not doing that. I purely point out where does the relevant support lie, where does the support sit for this scenario, because the white wave count, the white Elliott wave count, that would be the bullish scenario, and it shows here a potential 1-2 setup. The price could rally next in a third of a third wave rally, then 4, 5 off circle wave 3. Another 4 and 5. Only when I have these 5 waves complete, I can confirm that a lasting low has been established here. Well, at least I have the first degree of confirmation. There will always be, after a first impulse, an ABC correction, a pullback, which we call a wave 2 pullback. And that would at the same time be another trade setup and the second level of confirmation that we had a lasting low in place. It also tells you how much patience you might need to sit this out if you haven't entered and you would like to enter. But if you would like to wait for, let's say, more confirmation or certainty, you can never get certainty, but sort of more confirmation, then you will have to wait for all 5 waves to complete and the 3-wave pullback to confirm that from an analysis point of view. If we take off, the next moment, or let's say the next spot in the chart where I think reward is high and risk is low, is going to be here. Okay. So we had it here, and this is again another spot, but it's just not high probability at this stage. So while at the moment we have a good reward to risk ratio for the white wave count, a reasonable trade, but not the best one because it's not a high probability setup. It's not high probability because of the context of the chart, which would still allow for another low, and because we haven't seen a sufficient wave degree, 5 waves up, 3 waves down. That's higher probability here. And also very, very good reward and risk for a third wave rally that happens afterwards. But you don't get the price probably that you get now. See, and that's the problem that every trader has to deal with. I can only tell you, okay, we have a setup here for higher, but I can also tell you that we're just sitting below resistance. We're just sitting below a breakout point. It hasn't broken out yet. I have not much confidence in this setup because 1-2, 1-2 setup is fine. It's just at the same time an ABC structure as well. You could interpret it that way as well. And a break below $19 will likely cause a failure and will lead to another low with high likelihood. Yeah. So again, this analysis gives you everything. It gives you the breakout point. Next target would then be the $22 level and possibly higher in the white wave count. But if we see a sustained break below $90, then I think this is going to fail and the yellow wave count is still following through. Personally, if you ask me my opinion, yeah, and I'm not making the markets, but my opinion is that another low is very likely. Yeah, I purely point this out, but we point it out with an orange support area. If you don't know how our color coding works, orange means it's a less probable setup. It is where reward and risk, in my opinion, are favorable. But it's also a setup where I say I don't have that confirmation yet and the confidence to say that this is a decent setup, okay? Very, very important. But yeah, I mean, if it works out, there is certainly the potential. I mean, I can really, as an analyst, I can purely point out the potential, really. I don't have a crystal ball, but I can point out the potential on this chart, which is better than on many other charts at the moment, which doesn't make it a great setup because there are not many great setups on the long side. We had really good short trade setups recently, also on the SOL chart, which I've taken off the chart now, these boxes, because otherwise the chart will be overwhelmed. But there are not many long trade setups that seem high quality at the moment in the crypto space, at least not on smaller time frames. That might all change quickly, but for me, most coins still point towards another low. They're currently sort of in the process of testing if they can change trend. Yeah, Bitcoin, obviously, if Bitcoin comes down further, we would probably see this break as well. And then if we make another low, so below $19, another low at $17 is basically the next target. yeah, that's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. And yeah, also make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find the links in the video description. And if you're interested in the membership at all, on Sunday we do the next member live stream. This Sunday we are going to talk about breakout versus pullback trading from an Elliott wave point of view. So we did that before, but there's a few new things we want to talk about and a bit of a refresher. And then you also get access to our chat rooms, and you get access to a lot of educational content, and gold members get access to short-term market updates. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.